out of my phone. I had no idea we can chat from here, but I just want to let you all know that I am starting a new... I'm just trying to figure out the best way to play with you guys.
RCA's with Backstreet Boys. Backstreet Boys, I'm exposing Backstreet Boys, tearing them down. They're trying to keep this.
Hey, this is Ao from the Catacast. A couple of days ago, someone let me know that Nick Carter had started streaming on Twitch. I've been trying to wrap my head around what I've been thinking about this, like how serious it's gonna be. I think it could be actually really interesting, and I'm gonna be laying out exactly why. If Nick Carter starts streaming, it'll be very interesting, and will this change the landscape on the future of celebrities starting to go into the live streaming world? And as I'm about to describe, going live on Twitch and going live on YouTube is a different type of streaming than just going live on Instagram or even Facebook in a personal way. On January 17th, Nick Carter says, "Shush, don't tell anyone. I just started a Twitch account. I'm testing it right now. My name is Beat the Boy Band." He then says, "I'm so out of touch, but I'm test driving this thing. See if it even works." Even already, one of the things that I point out is the name of his channel, Beat the Boy Band. Nick Carter is a smart guy, and I think having his name be tied in with his lineage in the Backstreet Boys is a good way to get people into the channel. He's going to be streaming on Twitch, which is a predominantly gaming streaming site, but has other features. I will go into that later in the video. But I think this is a very smart move. You know, you kind of create the concept like, yeah, you're going to be playing with me live on stream, Beat a Boy Band member, so that's already good marketing in itself. He then says, "For your information, that gamer profile on Twitch was just a tester. I still haven't come up with the name yet. Any suggestions?" As I just stated, I personally think that that name is kind of cool with the whole concept, but obviously he can do whatever he wants. What I'm more interested in is why does he want to stream in the first place? Obviously, streaming in general is not completely new, but it has been gaining a lot of mainstream traction, especially in the last couple of years with the whole gaming community. I can't say for certain because I can't just hit up Nick Carter, but what I do think is that his brother's influence and his constant live streaming over the past couple of years, and especially the last few months since he's been on YouTube, he has taken note of. Whether or not people agree or disagree with what Aaron Carter is doing, he has put himself back in some sort of spotlight that he was not receiving in the past. Receiving a generous amount of donations, support from the fans that still want to support him, and just, you know, it's fun to stream, I'm not gonna lie. And on the topic of donos, just how much do big streamers actually make? Let's go on Social Blade and look up one of the biggest streamers on Twitch. Currently now on Mixer, but still. His name is Shroud, first name Michael. Huge following, one of the best gamers, considered one of the best gamers of all time overall. He has an estimated net worth of 3 to 4 million, and this is before he just signed a huge deal with Mixer that is going to pay him $10 million in the next 5 years. And just to be clear, this isn't money that he made by having just complete sponsorships. It was made by donations and subscribers, which he had at one point over 70,000 subscribers paying a fee of $5 a month. Which, if we do some math, 70,000 times $5 is $350,000 a month just sitting on your computer playing a game. Obviously, that's not everyone's story, but even if you had a fraction of that, it would be a pretty nice chunk of change. This is why Aaron even moved to YouTube in the first place. The subscription model doesn't work quite the same on YouTube as it does on Twitch, but the donations and the super chats are something that drives. And that is not to take away from anyone. If you're making content, same thing as me, you kind of want some compensation for your time investing because it does take a lot of time to do it. Obviously, people don't necessarily agree with the way that Aaron just, you know, where's the donos at, but, you know, streaming is based off donations. That's how people can do it for a living.
This is it. We were testing it all night. We know it works. We know that you can kill a Backstreet Boy. We know you can, I'm going shotgun. Maybe I need a little water right now. Come on. Right here. Oh, come on. Let's go. Get up. Really? Why are you dying? What the?
So here are the main differences already just based on one stream that's completely different than Aaron's stream. Twitch streaming, and in my opinion, good streaming, is based off chat interaction, or as much as you can. If you have too many viewers, you can't really interact anymore, but you can still things to interact in different ways. Nick Carter pulls up Counter-Strike Source. God bless the guy, but why do you still play Counter-Strike Source, Nick? Over 10 years old, at least get Global Offensive. Anyways, that's besides the point. He loads up Counter-Strike Source and asks people, hey, add me on Steam so we could play a game. That's interaction from the get-go. That's what you're supposed to do with your fans. Come play with me. Come do something with me. You know, we might not be able to fit everyone, but at least, you know, we'll get a few people in. And people just love watching interaction too. Some people don't even like being a part of it. They just want to see that, like, yeah, like it's cool that, you know, they're playing with him.
I'm just trying to figure out the best way to play with you guys.
But to kind of come back to my main point, if Nick Carter keeps on streaming, will Aaron start competing? Are they going to start competing against each other? Is Nick not really down for it? Is it just kind of like, you know, a fun thing for him? Does he kind of want to have some monetary benefit out of it? You get to be in the public, but you don't have to go on the road. He has kids. And is this starting a trend of more celebrities starting to stream on bigger platforms that aren't just Instagram? Because as I'm just describing, you know, with the way that the subscriptions work and people make a living out of streaming, one thing to note is Aaron definitely knows about Twitch. I wish I could find the clip, but I can't. I remember him specifically saying that one of the main reasons why he wanted to stream was because of Deadmau5. He loved his production streams. Deadmau5 is an EDM producer known for producing a lot of stuff by himself and behind the scenes for very big artists. So if Aaron catches wind of Nick streaming and it does well, I could potentially see Aaron maybe being like, hey, like I want to be on Twitch too. And with other people like Brendan Urie from Panic at the Disco, T-Pain, and Snoop Dogg making appearances on Twitch, it's becoming a mainstream manifesto and has been for a while, especially with people like Ninja and the whole Fortnite craze that started on Twitch. But people would have to be willing to jump over. A lot of people are not on Twitch as popular as it is, and making a switch is always hard. He's already switched from Instagram to YouTube, so doing a YouTube to Twitch could be, you know, kind of rough at first. So that's all I'm going to say for this video. I have a lot more ideas in my head, but since it hasn't actually happened yet, I don't want to spill too much out there. But what do you guys think about this possibility? I think it would be very good. They're very competitive brothers, and I could totally see this happening. But it's really up to Nick if he's going to continue streaming on Twitch.